Hi everybody, it's Dr. Simon D. Shea for another video for NobodyMotivation.com, where we aim to hitch up with videos on a weekly basis designed to educate, motivate and inspire you to achieve your biggest, brightest, boldest goals. Now, I have 15 years worth of experience helping people overcome some of the most difficult challenges, be it physical, psychological or emotional, in order for them to achieve their goals. And one thing I will be able to tell you is within 5 to 10 minutes of having a conversation with these people and hearing them start to moan about their situation, I will be able to tell if this person has the right mindset and the right attitude to achieve their goals. Can you imagine if I started the video by moaning, complaining about the way my week has gone thus far, having a puncture on Monday, being stuck in the worst traffic ever, like on Tuesday, being caught in the rain on my lunch break on Wednesday, Thursday my boiler packing in. You would probably find your energy levels start to deplete and you will slowly disengage from the video, and that is not going to be beneficial for me. But this is not what this is about. This is about us finding solutions to moaning. Moaning can be broken down as an acronym, okay, for missed opportunities and negligence. And people stereotypically will complain at least once every minute during a conversation. So why are we doing this to ourselves? And why are we subjecting other people to moaning? Okay, this video will help address those things. So rather than moan, complain or ventilate, let me go straight into the solution mode and let you know what are the hidden dangers associated with moaning, what does it reveal about you, and more importantly, what can you do to stop moaning? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe and comment on the links below and download the 140 Rule ebook. All the information is packed in the links below. Just like in physical exercise, the body parts that we exercise the most, they become stronger, more resilient, allowing you to exercise all that power in a far quicker way. Okay? This is the same when it comes to our thoughts. Our brain has neurons that they connect to each other, they branch out and connect to each other. So when we are thinking in a very negative way, for example, and we start to moan, all what we're doing is we're connecting those neurons. They're binding with each other so that you can access those negative thoughts in a far more quicker way. The pathways become stronger, so the negative thoughts become even more stronger. This is why it's important to not moan all the time, because all what you're doing is quickening the process for you to think in a very negative way. And sometimes this can happen in an automatic way before you can apply critical thinking. Research from Stanford University has revealed that moaning damages your hippocampus. That's a part of your brain associated with critical thinking, problem solving and intelligence. That means when you are moaning, you are denied all the tools needed to find solutions to your grievance, find solutions to your problems, are denied because you are damaging your hippocampus. More importantly, the hippocampus is the primary part of the brain that's damaged when you suffer from Alzheimer's. And if you think it doesn't get worse, it does. When you are moaning, your body releases the stress hormone cortisol, which is used for the fight or flight mode scenario. So basically it prepares your body for imminent danger. It directs blood away from body parts that doesn't need all of that oxygen and nutrition to parts of your body that require it for an imminent attack. This is what happens now when you are moaning. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Okay, it is responsible for high blood pressure and diabetes.
Wait, it gets worse.
And all that extra cortisol going around your system due to frequent moaning lowers your immune system, making you more susceptible to heart problems and obesity, and even introduces the greater frequency to a stroke. So what does moaning reveal about you? Well, first and foremost, it reveals to the world that you're disempowered. You have lost all responsibility. You are no longer captain of your own ship. Moaning also reveals that you're unproductive. The majority of people moan to people that cannot directly change the outcome. So they're just finding a victim to offload their stress, their anxieties, their worries. They're moaning with no solution. Moaning is also highly contagious. More contagious, in fact, than yawning. If you're around somebody that's frequently moaning due to the fact that human beings tend to mirror behaviors in other human beings, you will find you also have to replicate that moaning by moaning yourself. Birds of a feather flock together. So if you're around a person that's continuously moaning, chances are if you're entertaining them, you too are moaning. And moaning is not a positive trait to have. It signals to the world that you went from victor to victim to volunteer. To the observer watching somebody moan, it just looks like somebody crying without the tears. If you want to be a boss, a key person of influence, an entrepreneur or intrapreneur, you're going to have to take responsibility for everything. Everything is your fault. Everything comes under your domain. If you don't, you can never be any of those things. You're just a civilian. Okay? Bosses take responsibility. If you want to be a big boss, you take responsibility for everything. No matter what the situation unfolds. You listen to the news, you watch all the time when you see big CEOs lose their job because of something that happened at the production line. It's because they're accountable. They have the authority over the whole organization. That's what it takes to be a boss. If you do not think like that, you always find yourself moaning. Okay? You have to be thinking that everything is your responsibility. And everything has the opportunity for you to learn something out of it. Some of the best lessons come out of situations that we might have perceived as negative. But again, when the cortisol kicks in, it's hard for us to think outside of the box and seek out proper solutions. So what are the solutions to stop all this moaning? Well, first and foremost, you have to switch your attitude from negative to one of gratitude. Only in that state can you actually see a situation for what it truly is and pick out the hidden jewels, the hidden lessons that will help you in the present or in the future overcome other situations. Many times I've been in situations where I felt that I'm about to moan, I'm feeling very negative about a situation, but I'm conscious of myself and I'm reflecting all the time, and I'll stop, calm myself down, I give thanks, and I look out for those hidden gems. The next one is take full responsibility for everything. I mentioned this before and I'm going to keep on saying it till the message is drummed home. If you want to be a boss, you have to be responsible for everything, both internally and externally. It all falls within your remit. Never moan without presenting a solution. If you find yourself moaning in front of your peers or at work, for instance, apologize mid-flow. There's nothing wrong with that, and seek to find a solution. Even if that solution is still not fully formed in your mind, still say a solution, voice a solution. This way you end on a positive note. Ask for permission before you offload your moaning onto somebody else, because now you know different. Now you know the effects it has on your nervous system. Now you know the effects it has on your immune system. So why would you want to subject somebody to that without asking them first for permission? Now, if you were to ask me, do you mind if I offload and moan for a few minutes? I'll tell you quite frankly, no. Give me solutions. This is all about the 140 rule here. Clear, concise, positive steps that we're looking to do to improve our health, well-being, and achieve our goals. This is what it's about. It's not about just moaning for the sake of moaning. I avoid people like that, like I avoid secondhand smoke. It is toxic. And lastly, if you find yourself moaning, deposit some coins or some notes in a piggy bank. At least that way you benefit financially. And also seek feedback from your spouse, your friends, your peers, your boss at work, ask them, am I a moany person? Do I moan often? If the answer is yes, don't take offense. This gives you something to work with. Do your research, okay? Do some self-reflection and seek out ways to improve and reduce the amount of moaning you do, because you know that that negative energy does not help drive you forward. It does not provide you solutions. It does not help you achieve your goals. And remember, all of this means nothing if it's not applied and shared. Each one, teach one. This has been Douglas Amadishe for NobodyMotivation.com. I'm out.